Hey guys, it's me, Charlotte360, and I'm here to do an unboxing for BTS's Young Forever. Now, everyone and their grandmother is doing this unboxing, so I'm not going to do a page-for-page flip through. I'm probably not even going to unfold any of these posters. No, I take that back. I will unfold one poster. But I'm not going to talk a whole bunch about, every little thing because that's just already been done on YouTube. I'm probably just going to talk about some things that were important and stuck out to me. And then I might talk a little bit about BTS, but I'm going to keep it short here because, like I said, everyone's doing this unboxing. There's really nothing I can add to the conversation. Probably most of you are just here to see what cards I got. Here they are. So let's just get into it. First and foremost, I'm going to make a comparison, and I don't want you guys to think that I'm saying plagiarism because I absolutely am not saying that. But I will say the packaging for this album and the kind of way it was repackaged, if you will, reminds me a lot of SHINee's Misconceptions of Us. Hear me out first. So when SHINee did Misconceptions of You, and then they released Misconceptions of Me, they later on did what they called Bound Misconceptions of Us, and they took those two albums and they put it into like one hardcover slipcase set. And BTS did something very similar here, but I will say I actually enjoyed the way that BTS did it better than the way that SHINee did it, and I'll tell you why. Not only did BTS add some new music to it, which is what SHINee did, but instead of taking the two older albums and basically just shoving them in a box and putting in one little extra photo book, they gave you an entirely new set of concept art to deal with when they repackage this. And I really like that because it makes you feel like you spent the money on the same songs for a reason. That was one of the things that I think was the most disappointing about Misconceptions of Us, is that you bought this repackage, but you were basically buying the same thing a second time plus two songs. Whereas here, you're getting remix songs, you're getting new songs, and you're getting entirely different album art. I thought that was a really creative and smart move on BTS's part. So that's where the comparisons between BTS and SHINee are going to end for me in this unboxing. There, I don't think that was too hard. I think that was a good disclaimer. Good job, Charlotte360. Anyway, I really like the color scheme that they use for this. I love the fact that they carried their concept through the entirety of the packaging in several different ways. Like even to the photo books themselves, I love the fact that when you look at the photo books, you can tell without everything else which one is day and which one is night, because the day looks like a sunrise and the night looks like a sunset. That is so freaking clever. Good job, BTS. I have something that I did not like as much, but I also kind of get why they did that, so I don't have anything against it. The CD boards. Now, GOT7 did the CD board, and I've seen a couple of other unboxings from some other groups where they're doing this whole CD board thing. I'm not as fond of the CD board thing as everybody else is, because I feel like you could just as easily throw these inside of the photo book. But then I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about how sometimes when you do have the CD inside of a photo book like this, where it's got kind of this library binding, it tends to make the cover kind of not lay down, and sometimes it can cause you to like little indentions inside of the book itself. So for that reason, I can get with the CD boards, but it's not a trend I want to see a lot of other companies do. But with BTS, that's the thing. Every time they come up with an album, they try to give us different packaging. Like the packaging for the very first kind of single album is totally different from the packaging from the next mini album, and it just always is changing up. So I guess this was the next thing for BTS to try. I get it. I just don't want to see this repeated on a larger scale for a lot of different people. That's what I'm saying. But I do enjoy that they gave you different images on the front and the back. That was also a nice touch. So on the day one, you have this image on the front where the CDs are, and then on the back, you've got this image, which I really like a lot, and I'm going to talk to you about this image just a little bit more in a second. And then for the night, you've got this right here, which I think is super cute. Love that. And then you've got this on the back. So at least they did something nice with the CD board, so they didn't make it the same image on both sides. But speaking of images, the image for the poster, let me move these aside, The image for the poster is actually a similar image to what's on the front of the actual album itself. So I'm going to show you the day one. I'm not going to unfold the night one. So this is the day one. And while this hot air balloon is very pretty, BTS is way over here. Like, I've literally got this poster maybe about 3 inches away from the camera so that you can see them, and it's still grainy as fuck. If you didn't know that this was a BTS poster, I don't think you'd know what it was. Like, if it didn't say BTS and you weren't familiar with the group and knew that that was supposed to be an image for BTS, I don't think you'd know what that was, because it is just so tiny and indecipherable. I would have been much happier if this had been the poster for the day version. I think this is a much better image. It's a lot clearer. It would have been better. It would have been better. So that is my complaint about the poster. The night version is the same as this cover. So yeah, I'm not going to unfold that because, like I said, we already know. But yeah, I think that they could have gone with different images for the poster. The other thing that I kind of felt like was a misstep, if you will, was the fact that the bonus cards for the first press run were these cards here, which were the Dope cards. Now, don't get me wrong, Dope is a fire-ass video. I love it a lot. I think that was a really good time for them. The only problem is they look a lot like freebie cards. And so I kind of wish that they had gone with something maybe a little bit more impromptu. Maybe, I don't know if I would necessarily go with a selfie, but maybe an image that hadn't already been released as a teaser, because I'm trying to get Rapmon's card for this right now, right? This is what his card looks like. This is the image for his card. And this is like one of those K-Town for You style freebies. So that's why I say, like, for me, I would have liked to have seen something different. If we were going to go with this video, maybe something on the set of the video that wasn't this red room. Maybe something that was against the brick walls or something else. That's what I would have gone with. Or maybe them in the office uniforms when they all had on the white shirts and black pants. That would have been something I would have gone with. So it just feels out of place because the concept is so thoroughly represented throughout everything else that this just really stands out like a sore thumb. And like I said, it's an older image that we've already seen before. So I would have liked to have seen something different. But that's not a big complaint. That's just kind of like, you didn't have to do that. And then these are the Polaroids I got. I'm not going to pick up the other one because, as you can tell, it's exactly the same. I like the Polaroid idea. I think it's really cool. I think if I could change anything, I would have made it to where it had like the Polaroid finish on the back, like kind of like how the icon Polaroids were, because I thought that was just a really cool idea. Also, I think I would have brought the contrast down a little bit on this photo because that lipstick is popping. Like, it is really, really popping. It's almost too bright, so I probably would have brought the contrast down just a little bit on this picture. But other than that, I like these Polaroids quite a bit. They're nice. Now, this is the only thing that I have to say I really didn't like about the photo books themselves. And I'm going to show you, and it'll be the last time I talk about it, because other than that, I thought this was really a quality release. This is the night one right here, and you can see where it's got like these marks on here because it's actually packed in there pretty freaking tight. So when you slide it out, it kind of got a little bit smushed, but that's not what the problem is that I have. The problem I have with the photo book, and I think it was an artistic choice, at least I hope that's what it is, I have a problem with how grainy some of the images are. Like, you see that one right there? That's not my camera being weird. That's actually how grainy the image is. So just to show you that it's not my camera, I'm going to put another photo card type thing nearby so you can see the difference in quality. Like, this is actually a freebie that I got. It's one of those cheap Lomo freebies. But you can see, like, that is way clearer than this image is. And this is printed in the photo book. And there's a lot of these kind of fuzzy looking photographs. I don't know if it was done like that to kind of represent memories, because memories can be a little bit grainy, a little bit fuzzy, but I just found that I would have preferred something a bit more HD when it came to the way that they did the photographs for the photo book. Also, we're looking through the night photo book, but these are a lot of daytime shots for something that's supposed to represent night. I understand shooting at night, your pictures are going to be kind of dim, and maybe it wouldn't photograph as well, so they only did a few of these kind of campfire photos. But because the outside of the photo book is supposed to represent a sunset, I would have been really happy if they had shown some pictures taken at sunset. I think that would have been really nice. So that is like my main thing that I'm going to talk about, and then I don't have anything else to say, because other than that, I really like these. I love how sturdy the slip covers are. I love how thick the sides are. I think that's wonderful. I like that you get so much stuff for the price. Yes, these were expensive. I bought these from Music Plaza. It cost $49.99 for the set plus $6.93 shipping, and I'll put a link down below to their eBay page where I bought it at. But keep in mind, you're getting 2 CDs, a poster, 2 photo cards, a photo book, and the hard slip cover. That's not that bad. If you put that price in half, less than $30, or not less than $30, less than $25 each, less than $27. I don't know, math, not a strong suit. But anyway, not that much for 2 CDs, because actually this kind of represents 4 CDs when you think about it, because 2 CDs in each set. 4 CDs for right under $60. That's about what I would pay from Catch Up CD or some other place. So it actually is a pretty decent deal for all the stuff that you get. I'm not mad at that. And at the end of the day, much more important than any of the packaging you see here, the musical content. I thought that the remixes really added value to this. I thought that the songs that they added to the repackage really added value to this. I think that you could have done an album of just the remixes and the additional songs, and maybe done a little less flashy packaging, charged, $15 for that, and that would have still been worth getting. But the fact that you get so much more, I think that it's brilliant, and I think people should buy it. Especially if you don't already have parts 1 and 2, get this. Just go ahead and get this. This is nice. This is really, really nice. So overall, my opinion is very positive when it comes to this BTS thing. And the last thing I'm going to say, because I don't want to get off too much into it, but I feel like the more successful BTS gets, the more hateful netizens get, and the more they try to drag other fandoms into their hatefulness. And I just gotta say, stop it. Like, just stop it. Like, don't drag SHINee into this. Don't drag EXO into this. Don't drag anybody else into this, because it's never the artist saying these terrible things. It's always assumptions that antis make, and they throw another group's name on it to make it seem like it's coming from outside of these hate groups. SHINee never said that BTS stole the Lucky Star concept from them. That was an anti who started that shit and threw SHINee's name on it to give it some kind of legitimacy, or make it seem like it came from somewhere else entirely. It didn't come from Shawwals. It didn't come from SHINee. It came from a hateful place. And as fans, we need to quit indulging hatefulness. Until a company puts out a statement officially saying we believe that this group plagiarized from us, we need to shut up. We need to shut up, because all you're doing is you're feeding the fire of these trolls and these antis, and you're doing exactly what they want you to do. They want you to speak out of turn. They want you to sully a fandom's name. They say that BTS is accused of stealing from SHINee because they want armies to say negative things to Shawwals, because they want Shawwals to hate armies for saying negative things about SHINee. It's a vicious circle, and it starts with one bad comment, and then people let it grow out of proportion because they don't think logically about, why would this come out? Who would say these things? Is there any legal action being taken? No? Well, then let it go. It's exactly what it is. Just let it go. It's somebody saying something because they want hate to happen, and we need to quit indulging that behavior, because at the end of the day, it doesn't serve anybody. And at the end of the day, it actually hurts people, because whether you're aware of it or not, There's so many people who are multi-fandom fans that they love K-pop as a genre, not just because of one group. So if you say hurtful things about one group of fans, you're hurting fans within your own set. You know, if I was to say something negative about ARMYs, I'd be hurting Shawwalls, because there's a lot of Shawwalls who really love BTS, and I'm one of them. BTS is my second favorite guy group as of right now. And so that's what I'm saying, you know, there's no reason to indulge in this hate, because you've got to think about, where is it really coming from? Where is it really coming from? And it's not coming from Shawwalls, and it's not coming from ARMYs. It's coming from haters. It's coming from people who are starving for attention. It's coming from people who are living miserable lives and would like nothing more than to see other people miserable and to be able to point fingers and say, "Ha, look, I told you ARMYs were hateful." Don't let them win. Don't let them win. So that is my comment for this. And to end on a positive note, congratulations to everybody who recently finished school or are about to finish school, about to move on to that next step, because it's hard. It's hard. What you've done was hard. Like, just the fact that you've completed things, that was hard. But you did it. And looking back on that, that should let you know you're going to continue to do it. You've gotten this far. Don't be afraid. You're going to go further. It looks hard at first, just like everything looks hard at first. But once you get started on that path, you'll start to understand it more. And once you come out on that other side, you'll realize how easy it was. Or if not easy, how manageable it was. How actually possible it was. So just hold on to that thought. When you were in primary school, you thought learning to read was going to be really hard because it seemed like something only big people did. Now look at you. You read like a fucking pro. Same thing with everything else. Seems hard at first. You take it a step at a time. Then one day you're going to look back on it and you're going to realize there was nothing to be worried about. You got this. You got this. Know that. You got this. Talk to you guys later. Bye.